All right, so we got Venus and Gemini at the moment. So when Venus and what is Venus? Venus is all about our pleasures and desires. What is Gemini? Gemini is mutable air sign. All about the thinking and communication. Feel me? It's governed by it's dealing with the third house. It's dealing with that Mercury energy, that devil in the details energy. You share a little bit of emphasis when it comes to Virgo, but the difference between these two, for me, Gemini is more, air, and Virgo is more earth. For me, so Virgos could be too practical, too down to earth. And Geminis can teach the Virgo to be free sometimes, and Virgo can teach the Gemini to be more organized sometimes. If you overthink a lot, you can lose your keys, you can lose a certain whole lot of shit. For me, your house can be on fire. You might get in the car accident, God forbid. But yeah, that's dealing with the air. Now we're gonna do this quick rundown. Wherever you have Gemini in your chart, for instance, if you got it in your sun sign, feel me? That means you're gonna be acting on your you're gonna have the power to value and pleasure. A whole lot of communication and taking actions on communication. You got it in your moon, you're gonna have a power to react and respond towards a whole lot of communication and values and pleasures of that. If you got it in your ascendant, this is your personality, and of course this is what you're gonna be personally attracted. And if you got it in your first house, it's a conjunction, it's very strong there as well. Also, if you got it in your Mercury, you're gonna have a strong. You're gonna be overthinking and communicating a whole lot when it comes to valuing your pleasures. If you got it in your Venus, for me, by default, it's gonna be a conjunction, so it's gonna be strong here. So you're gonna be dealing with a whole lot of values, dealing with communication, conversation, sharing ideas and pleasures. If you got it in your Mars, you're gonna be very passionate and direct towards communicating and sharing ideas, and very direct. If you got it in your Jupiter, you're gonna be pretty much expanding your mind, your mentalities, and your experiences on conversations, or expanding your conversation with others. You got in your Saturn, you're gonna be placing a whole lot of boundaries, limitations, and restrictions on your way of thinking and communicating and sharing ideas with others. You got in your Uranus, you're gonna go through some unexpected changes when it comes to your mentality, on strong emphasis, and you're gonna be valuing that change. You got in your Neptune, you're gonna be pretty much fantasizing about a whole lot of conversations. You got in your Pluto, you're gonna be going through a whole lot of deep transformation when it comes to what you value and appreciate. If you got it in Chiron, you're gonna go through some situations of trauma when it comes to talking too much. And you might feel the need that everybody may not basically be listening to you type shit. But if you ever overcame this, then you're gonna be Gucci. Got in your part of fortune, you're gonna experience a whole lot of good luck, good fortune. Got in your South Node, it's gonna be past people, places, and things that you had conversations with, and environmental and past values and desires and pleasures. Got in your North Node, this is your spiritual purpose, this is your path. Of course, this is what you pretty much came here to do. If you got it anywhere in your other charts, this is going to play out the representation and the perspectives. Now we're going to get into your houses. We're going to break it down. We're going to pretty much get into the perspective of how it's going to affect you, how you will begin to pose. Now, if you got Venus and Gemini in your first house, this is going to be a strong emphasis towards valuing pleasure and desire when it comes to personal conversations, personal intellect, personal curiosity, and personal aspects within your personal life. So you're gonna be basically having a strong conjunction here. Your personality is gonna you're gonna be valuing, you're gonna be manifesting and valuing a whole lot of attractions towards conversations with people, places, and things. And what can oppose that can be your relationships, how you relate to others. You got Venus and Gemini in your second house. This is a strong emphasis towards valuing pleasure and desires towards conversating about money, resources, material, or sharing ideas about pleasures and desires, of course, areas where you plant seeds at. Or you're gonna be manifesting this from others. And your opposition can come from your 8th house. Your way of reacting and responding privately, and how others react and respond to you. Got Venus and Gemini in your 3rd house, where it's home here, strong here. You're gonna have this strong emphasis to value and pleasure and value, pleasure, and desire towards thinking and communicating and overthinking and communicating about your environment, your surroundings, how your environment and your surroundings can be valued, pleasured, and desired on this time. And what will oppose you will be your 9th house. Your experience. You got Venus and Gemini in your 4th house. This is pretty much valuing a strong need of pleasure and desires, conversating with home, family, privacy, comfortability, safety, and security, or healing others with your words. And your oppositions are going to come from your 10th house. But you play this off or receive this. You got Venus and Gemini in your 5th house. This is a strong emphasis towards value and pleasure in some form of communicating about romance. Attention, self-expressions, putting yourself out there, entertainment projects, and of course the way you put yourself and set yourself up on the stage. Of course, you're gonna be getting opposed by your associations. 6th house, if you got Venus and Gemini in your 6th house, you're gonna be pretty much having a strong value and pleasure and desire towards communicating and sharing ideas about work, health routines, or co-workers, or manifesting this, and your oppositions will come from your dreams. 7th house, you got this in your 7th house, you're gonna be pretty much having a strong emphasis towards one-on-one conversations, compromising conversations, relationships, and sharing ideas about, romance, love, pleasures, and desires. Also, you can be the opposing. You got this in your eighth house. You're gonna be pretty much reacting and responding towards value and pleasures and desires of thinking deeply, sharing ideas deeply and privately. People that you have intimacy with. And your opposition gonna come from your second house. You got to your ninth house. You're gonna be pretty much having a strong value, pleasure, and desire towards thinking and communicating about philosophies, experiences, meaning, spirituality, and of course looking at the higher octave. You'll be getting opposed by your environment. Got to see in 10th house, you pretty much be having, you're gonna be valuing pleasure in a whole lot of conversations about status, career goals, reputations, and sharing ideas about businesses and reputations. And you'll be getting opposed by your home and family. Got to see in the 11th house, you'll be sharing ideas about groups, visions, associations, and how you can build with your team. Teamwork make the dream work. And you will be getting opposed by your 5th house. 12th house, you'll be sharing ideas and value and pleasures about spiritualities, behind the scenes, occult mysticism, and secrets. And you will be getting opposed by 6th